I think planning for me is more in my subconscious, right? So I don't think that I have it's not like I intentionally plan. It's just it's the program running in the back of my head all the time. So I think of my brain like a chess player, right? So I'm always thinking before I do anything or go anywhere, I'm thinking a lot of steps ahead. So I'm just like, if this happens, this, if this happens, this, if this happens, this. So I'm planning all of my step-by-step experiences in life kind of on a certain level, or even if it's planning to not plan, right, and just go in. That's I'm still planning something all the time, right? On a pretty deep level, usually a lot of steps ahead on a very subconscious level. However, I'm not even conscious of that. So, and if someone asked me if I like to organize and plan, I would say no, because planning is too limiting for me. I don't like to be stuck in a structure or anything like that. I want to be able to move and be happy doing whatever makes me happy in that moment. Obviously, you need some structure, but the structure doesn't typically, it's not something that I wish I had to do. I only do it because I have to.
If it's the right thing, I think I do plan a lot more than I need to, a lot more than I should sometimes. I don't always enjoy it. Sometimes it's kind of stressful. I just feel like I need to do it. But sometimes it's really fun. Yeah, I quite like it.
So if I was honest, I would say that I do enjoy the planning process a little bit, but I prefer to be in the moment so much more, just because I tend to like overthink things and sort of, I think I stumble on myself in the sense where I'm not as efficient, I'm not as effective. I just learn a lot quicker, not having to plan as much. So just kind of going with my gut, with my intuition around things tends to serve me really well. And I think I waste way more time trying to overplan. So I really need to.
This is the part where I don't feel like I fit in with normal INTJs because I don't see myself planning. Like it's not, I don't know if it's just so ingrained in me that I just can't see it, but I don't feel like I'm like planning more than other people at all.
I absolutely see myself planning. It took me so long to understand what kind of planning I was actually doing, because the planning I was doing was really chaotic and it was all over the place, and I would take a little detail here and a little detail there and sort of make this web that magically at the end of something worked out beautifully. But my process of planning is so messy to the point that I can't get anything done unless there is an external deadline on it, because that gives me some sort of perimeter to work within to make my plan happen, because I'm constantly planning, and without any sort of hard stops of like, no, you have to have this done by August 6th, I would just plan forever and live in my head and just be a chaos monkey.
Yes. And so I always tell people that I don't schedule. I will schedule things, but I don't schedule. I plan blocks of time. And so for me, it's more about I need to get A through Z done during the week. And A through Z can be interchangeable. I usually have a predictable pattern of which days I do which things that pretty much always go according to that throughout the week. But there's certain times that maybe my C block needs to interchange with my Q block, but that's okay because they're the same length of time, so I can just kind of flip them around. And so it's not so much like I'm married to every single day at 5 p.m. I must go and make my protein shake. It's more about like I need to have 2 protein shakes a day, And so it's about accomplishing certain things throughout my day, throughout my week, throughout my month that are important to me and on my overarching goal list, that if one of those things is for whatever reason not going to get accomplished, then that brings me a lot of internal turmoil, because all of a sudden now my system is out of whack, right? All of a sudden my flow of the things that I normally do throughout that week, okay, so this is a really silly example, but I used to do my laundry every single Sunday, and like every Sunday around 5 o'clock, and my friends would always like make fun of me because it would be like 3 o'clock on a Sunday. They'd be like, oh, Lindsay has to go home and do her laundry, But then one time I was planning on kind of having that, and then my whole week is kind of set up that way afterwards. And then something came up where I had to go and drive somewhere, and I couldn't do my laundry on Sunday, and I knew I was going to have to do it on Monday. And I just like felt like I was dying on the inside, you know? It wasn't just like, it would have been great if I had more notice and then I would have done it earlier in the day, but I didn't have notice because of this certain situation. And so it just had to be that I had to do it on Monday. And the amount of like internal harm that brought me, it's just like, it's so stupid, but that's just kind of how it is.
Hey, thank you guys so much for watching this hopefully awesome piece of content. I would love to hear any questions that you guys would like to see us ask future guests that comes on, regardless of the personality type. So please leave those in the comments below. Please feel free to like, subscribe, and share. And we cannot wait to see you guys in the next video. Take care.